Hello, I'm Indah Lutfiah. In this video, I will demonstrate the translation on transformation.
Translasi pada transformasi.
For the discussion of transformation on translation, here I use some tools, namely a geoboard with pins and rubber bands to connect the points.
Gelang untuk menghubungkan titik-titiknya, lalu ada pin. Seperti ini.
In the discussion of translations, translations means shifting. For example, point A, 3, 5 is translated by vector 2, 4. What is the result of the translation? First, let's make a Cartesian coordinate board using the geoboard. Make the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay.
Pertama, kita buat dulu papan koordinat kartesiusnya.
Point A is 3, 5.
Sumbu X dan sumbu Y-nya pada papan geoboard dengan menggunakan karet. Sekarang titik A adalah 3,5.
It means that from the origin point 0, 0, by using your right index finger, move 3 units to the right.
Kanan, kita bergeser ke 3 positif ke kanan.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3. Number 5, it means that the number on y-axis has positive value. Let's move 5 steps or 5 units upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is point A, 3, 5. Next, A is translated by vector 2, 4. It means that for x value from point A, let's move 2 units.
Pada titik X bergerak sebanyak 2 satuan bernilai positif, berarti bergerak ke arah kanan.
It is positive value, so move to the right. Then, on the y-axis, 5. Let's move 4 steps or 4 units. Because the value is positive, let's move upwards. Here we got point A prime. We can determine the value of A prime by moving using left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, the x value is 5. For the y value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It means the y value is 9. So, the value of A prime is 5, 9. Or, we can calculate that point A prime is 3 plus 2, 5 plus 4. Or, we got 5, 9. Now, let's try with another problem. If a triangle having points A, negative 8, negative 2, B, negative 5, 2, and C, negative 2, negative 2, is translated by vector 9, 7. What is the translation result of the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime?
B aksen, C aksen.
On the geoboard that already has the x-axis and the y-axis, let's determine the position of points A, B, and C. Point A, negative 8, negative 2. Because the x value is negative, it means from the origin point, let's move 8 steps to the left. From y, because it is negative, let's move 2 steps downwards. Point B, negative 5, 2. Because the x value is negative, it means from the origin point, move 5 steps to the left. The y value is positive, so let's move 2 steps upwards.
2 ini bernilai Y positif, berarti bergeraknya ke atas. 1, 2.
Point C, negative 2. Negative 2, because the x value is negative, it means from the origin, let's move 2 steps to the left.
Kita cari lagi sumbu kita cari lagi titik 0,0-nya, titik pusatnya. Negatif 2,2. 1, 2.
For a y,
Nilainya
because it is
negatif,
negative,
bergerak
let's
arah
move
kiri.
2 steps
Dan y-nya
downwards.
adalah negatif, negatif
Now,
2.
let's connect
1,
points
2.
A,
Sini
B,
adalah
and
titik
C
C.
using the rubber bands.
Sekarang kita hubungkan titik A, B, dan C. Nah, ini. Oke.
Then, translate it by factor 9, 7. Let's determine the points A prime, B prime, and C prime first. Point A, negative 8, negative 2, is translated by factor 9, 7. From the x value, namely negative 8, let's move 9 units. Because the value is positive, let's move to the right along the x-axis. From the position of this pin, to determine the y value, move 7 units upwards.
Sebanyak 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Di sini adalah
And this is
A
point A prime, 1, 5. Or we can calculate point A prime, negative 8 plus 9, negative 2 plus 7, namely 1, 5. Point B, negative 5, 2, is translated by factor 9, 7. From the x value, namely negative 5, let's move 9 units. Because the value is positive, let's move to the right along the x-axis. From this pin position, to determine the y value, let's move 7 units upwards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And this is point B prime, namely 4, 9. Or we can calculate point B prime, negative 5 plus 9, 2 plus 7, namely 4, 9.
Kanan, kita bisa hitung ke arah kiri. 1, 2, 3, 4. Berarti di sini adalah nilai x-nya adalah 4. Lalu nilai y-nya berapa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jadi nilai y-nya adalah 9. Maka titik B aksen adalah 4,9.
Point C, negative 2, is translated by factor 9, 7. From the x value, namely negative 2, let's move 9 units. Because the value is positive, let's move to the right along the x-axis. From this pin position, to determine the y value, let's move 7 units upwards.
7 ini adalah untuk y dan nilainya positif, berarti bergeraknya ke atas sebanyak 7 langkah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And this is point C prime, namely 7, 5. Or we can calculate point C prime, negative 2 plus 9, negative 2 plus 7, namely 7, 5.
Sekarang kita bisa hitung dulu ke arah kiri, atau kita bisa hitung dari titik yang ada ini. Kita hitung dulu nilai y-nya berapa.
Now, let's connect the points using a rubber band. And this is the result.
Kita bergerak ke arah titik pusat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jadi C aksen adalah 7,5. Sekarang kita sambungkan dengan menggunakan karet. Oke, seperti ini.
Okay, that's all about translation. Thank you.
A, B, C. Translasi terhadap 9,7 hasilnya adalah A aksen, B aksen, dan C aksen. Demikian pembahasan mengenai translasi.